Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a real minute since I have been able to share a cooking video or a cleaning video. It has just been so busy since having this little girly. But I'm getting back into my routine and lots of cooking, cleaning, all of that. And she is now a part of that. So she will be hanging out with us. She'll probably go hang out with my husband a little bit while I do the cooking, and then she'll probably hang with me while I'm cleaning, just because that's kind of what we usually do. So we'll get right into it, but we are making veggie and sausage orzo pasta today. It's actually an old HelloFresh recipe. It's really, really good, really like simple, clean, pretty good, like pretty decent for you, and we really, really like it. So, well, she is getting fussy, so I'm gonna get right into the video, but I hope you enjoy it. I like to start off by washing all of my produce. You need 2 zucchini, 2 bell peppers of your choice, a tomato, and a red onion. After you have washed all of your veggies, you're going to want to start browning all of your ground pork. I started cutting up all of my veggies only to realize that I still needed to put some water on the stove to boil for the noodles. We're using orzo pasta today, so you just want to get that water ready to go for your pasta. And then you're also going to want to keep a close eye on the ground pork so that it does not burn. And then we'll get back to cutting up our veggies. I like to leave my peppers on the larger side as well as the zucchini and the tomato, but the onion I like to dice a little bit smaller. All of the veggies can be thrown into a bowl together. Everything except for the tomato you're going to want to keep separate because that will be added in later on in the recipe. So once the ground pork is done, you're going to go ahead and put that into a bowl off to the side. And then we are going to be adding in our orzo pasta to the boiling water. You're going to use 2 cups of orzo pasta and just let that boil as the directions say on the back of the box. Then into your pan where you did the sausage, you're going to add some olive oil with the veggies, and you're just going to saute them for about 5 minutes. For seasonings, I like to do a heavy hand of salt and pepper with some garlic powder. You can add whatever seasonings you like, but you're going to want to do quite a bit of the salt and pepper. The salt really enhances the flavor of the vegetables. After you have cooked the vegetables for about 5 minutes, you're going to add in the cooked sausage and the noodles. Mix that all up together. And then you'll be adding in some fresh lemon juice to taste. You can use fresh or you can use the bottle. I just use the bottle usually because I always have it on hand. And then I'm going to be adding in some more garlic powder as well as some more salt and pepper. The seasonings really bring out the flavor in this dish just because there's not a lot of sauce or anything, so you're going to want to utilize your spices. I also like to add in the tomato at this time just so it just slightly cooks and it doesn't get mushy and stays a little bit firm but warms up. And then cover it until it's warm and it is all done and ready for you to eat. My husband and my son both really like this dish, so I would say it is a very kid-friendly option and it gets a lot of veggies in. Now on to the cleaning portion of this video. You can see my kitchen is quite a mess. I think it gets even more messy with filming. and it was already a little bit messy to begin with, but we're just gonna get into cleaning. And you can see my son's high chair is also a huge mess. Life with a toddler. It's messy all the time. I always like to start off by putting all of the leftovers away. A lot of times my husband will take leftovers to work, and then my son and I will eat leftovers for lunch the next day, but we always make sure to save them to save money and be the most cost effective, and we love leftovers, honestly. So I'm just covering it up with some of this wrap and then sticking it in the fridge for later.
Looking back at the good times before it all went down. Climbed right up on the hillside, a different view of my life. You left me running on and on, but I don't care, would you let me in? You said goodbye like everything's gone.
Once I get all of the counters cleaned off, then I like to move on to the dishes. I always will rinse all of the dishes that go in the dishwasher first, and then I will go back and start on the dishes that need to be hand washed, as well as my son's high chair. If you have been following me for a while, you know that we just went through a kitchen remodel, which is why there are pieces in the background that are not finished in my kitchen, like the baseboards and the trim around the windows. But I am so thankful to have a dishwasher now, because I did not have that before.
Makeup, a broken trust got you haunted. The doubt in you was enough to leave me chasing you on and on. But I don't care, I will let you in. You said goodbye like everything's gone, everything that we could have been. But I know you are my liability. Yeah, I know you are my liability. Oh, what a hopeless case.
If you do not have this brush from Grove Collaborative, it is my all-time favorite brush. It works so well for cleaning off the high chair and just all of the dishes throughout the day. I think it makes it super convenient, and it's actually cute sitting on the counter. I always have a link for Grove Collaborative in my description box. I have been using it for about a year and a half, and I absolutely love it. But if you do not have this brush, I would highly recommend it. Cleaning up the high chair is always such a chore. A lot of times I will just vacuum it off quick or brush the crumbs onto the floor and get them with the vacuum when I go by. But I vacuum it off, and then I like to spray it down with an anti-box spray. This is a Method one. And then usually about once a week I wash the actual high chair cover, and it works really well. This is a Graco high chair, and we have been very happy with it. I think it washes up really well. You did not see this while I was cooking, but I actually boiled over the pasta, and I made a huge mess on my glass top stove. So I tried to use this Mrs. Meyer's cleaner to get it all off, but unfortunately it really did not work that well. We just got this glass top stove, and I am still learning the best ways to clean it. So now I am trying baking soda with vinegar and water, and that did work, but it didn't get it completely off, and I finished it later on the next day when I had a little bit more time. It did work. I just needed to let it sit a little bit longer. But if you have any tricks on how to clean glass top stoves, I would love to hear it. And then I'm just moving on to spray off all of the counters in my kitchen and all of the surfaces. I always do this at least once a day, if not more.
I've been trying for so long, looking for someone who wants me to. I've heard every cliche there is, and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs. I'm sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you.
I would love to know, what is your favorite surface spray to wipe down your counters with? I bounced back and forth between the Method Anti-Bac Spray and then the Mrs. Meyer's Surface Cleaner. I go back and forth just depending on my mood and the day, but I really, really love them both. So let me know your favorite cleaner. I've been meaning to try the Caldrea one, as I've heard really good things, but I have not tried it yet.
Like if it turns out the way they do. I've been trying for so long, looking for someone who wants me to. I've heard every cliche there is, and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs. I'm sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of love songs. Sick and tired of love songs. Even when my teardrops start to dry, and even when the sun begins to shine again, I've taken all the advice.
We just recently got this cordless vacuum. My husband got it for me for my birthday, which was super sweet of him. He knows I've been wanting one forever, and it makes cleaning the floors and just everything around the house such a breeze. So if you do not have a cordless vacuum, they are the best, and I would highly recommend it. This is my favorite part of cleaning by far.
Songs that never turns out the way they do. I've been trying for so long, looking for someone to help me through. I've heard every cliche there is, and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs, sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you. I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all.
Well, that is it for all of the cleaning in this video. As you can see, I still have my clean dishes sitting there. I like to let those air dry, and then I put them away in the morning. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more cleaning videos, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!
So keep us